Hey, what's up guys, John here. What is happening in Florida is about to rewrite Florida's history.
Florida's property insurance crisis.
The cost of home insurance is on the rise, and Floridians already pay more than anybody else in the country.
The insurance industry itself says Florida's market is in full meltdown.
I believe we're walking into a very unique period, very similar to what happened in 2006 and 2007, that massive buildup before the inevitable pop in the housing market. Very similar to what happened in Vegas. A lot of excitement, and then out of nowhere, it was gone. Property values diminished by 70 or 80%. We're seeing something interesting here in Florida that every single property owner, renter, and investor needs to pay very, very close attention to, because some of these trends could be coming to other markets. And I believe Florida is probably going to be one of the greatest hit real estate markets in the entire country in the coming year. I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to give you the facts. I'm going to show you what's going on. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button. YouTube will share the content, educate more people about what's going on in America's housing market. If you'd like to fix your credit, we'd love to help you at my company, GreatCreditFast.com. That's GreatCreditFast.com. If you have late payments, medical bills, charge-offs, foreclosures, bankruptcies, repossessions, or any negative item in a credit report, go to GreatCreditFast.com. Click the link in the description just below this video. Schedule a free strategy session. Take a look at this. So I saw this article. It's from a real estate agent saying that right now the coverage is $9,270 a year for average coverage. So home insurance premiums are rising in double digits nearly everywhere, but they're still highest in Florida at an average annual rate of $9,270. Think about how crazy expensive that actually is. $9,000 a year. This lady, her name is Heather. She's a real estate agent in Redfin. She said presently 20%, more than 20% of pending home sales fell through in September in Orlando, Fort Lauderdale, Miami. Why? It's because of property insurance. What she went on to say is not coincidental that the highest share of canceled deals in the states are those in Florida, with some of the highest insurance costs. And so what she's saying is that a lot of these buyers actually want to move forward. They want to close on the transaction, but the lender is pulling back, saying, you know what, we don't want to lend on this property. We don't think the borrower can sustain these newfound mortgage rates, and we don't think they're going to be able to hold on in the coming years. And so because of that, we're no longer lending like we used to. And so we're seeing the same thing happening in places like Florida, in Pinellas County, rather on condos, single-family homes. Pinellas County, this lady said that in 2019, her rate was $740. By 2020, it went to $763. It was slow and steady increase until 2021, when then it jumped to $1,494, and then it doubled again to $2,900, a 400% increase. So here's what's happening right now in Florida. Property owners are starting to get spooked. They're starting to get scared. And a lot of them are listing their properties. They're starting to sell their inventory. They're trying to sell at the height of the market. And many people thought that would never happen. Florida is going to be the place where people come for capitalism, for business, for freedom. That's not happening as much. People just simply can't afford to stay. And every time that insurance company, that insurance provider increases rates, it's going to push this inventory up more and more and more. But the big question is, who's going to absorb the inventory? Who's actually going to buy it? Well, look at this. Fannie Mae to share why some condos are ineligible for loans. Fannie Mae to open book on lending blacklist dominated by Florida's condos. Fannie's secret blacklist wreaks havoc for condo buyers. More and more condos becoming ineligible for mortgages. November 13th, right? So you start to look at this. Now imagine you're a home buyer. Take yourself out of the position of being a homeowner. If you're a home buyer, you're looking at this property, and I'm going to show you properties for both rent and for sale so you can get the idea of what this market really looks like and why I believe this is so overpriced and why I think property prices are going to be coming down in a very, very big way. So this is a really desirable area, Miami Beach, right? So let's say you're crossing North Bay Village right here, and you're looking at a home here. First one, $599,000. Now this property isn't anything special. It just looks like an everyday house. It needs work. Everyday house, and this property they claim has 4 bedrooms. It is a whopping 1,499 square feet, or 5 bedrooms rather. So they're fitting 5 bedrooms inside of 1,500 square feet. We'll round up 1,500 square feet. How is that possible, right? That property probably needs a lot of work. Now let's look in the same exact area, same bridge here, right? This is over the North Bay Bridge. And we can look at this property here in the same neighborhood. This is $3,500. $3,500 a month. Looks like a nice house, a lot nicer in my opinion than the other home. And this property at $3,500, no down payment required, no insurance cost, no repairs, nothing. Now let's look at what it would cost to actually buy this property here for $599. At $599 with a 6% down payment, which is the average for a first-time home buyer in America, and with a 30-year fixed rate with a 7.25% mortgage rate, brings your monthly payment to $5,459. This is with a home insurance at $9,270. This is quoting right here, $9,270. And with the property tax rate of 0.9%, which is Florida's average real property tax rate. So it's all, based on what Florida is right now, 0.98%, $9,270, $5,500 a year, knowing that next year that's more than likely going to increase because insurance is probably going to continue to rise. So how many people are going to opt in to putting $36,000, roughly $36,000 down, and paying 60% or 50% more on a property? Probably not, or roughly an extra $2,000 a month to be specific. So about $2,000 a month extra every single month. Not that many people are going to be able to do this. So what I think is going to happen is we're going to see a lot of property owners that aren't going to be able to find buyers. And when they can't find buyers, they're going to have one of a few options. They live there. They just say, I'm just going to stay. Some will have that ability. Some will say, I'm going to rent it out. I'm just going to rent it out. And some that can do it profitably will. And then others are just going to say, I'm going to give the keys back to the bank. That's what I think is going to happen. I believe we're going to start seeing a lot of people being forced to do just that. And interestingly, in 2020 is when all this stuff kind of like, they started talking about rising sea threatens the American institutional 30-year fixed rate mortgage. New York Times mainly talking about Florida. McKinsey came out saying the same thing, saying, will mortgages and markets stay afloat? This is April, right? So in Florida. So this has been kind of a discussion. And Glenn Kelman, the CEO of Redfin, coincidentally, he's put out multiple articles talking about a crisis is coming for Florida property sellers and home buyers. This article, he said, people buying homes in Florida's flood-prone coast will likely have trouble selling in the future. In 2020, actually 2021, October 4th, he came out and said that what's ultimately going to happen is lenders and insurance companies are going to have a harder time justifying issuing loans and coverage all throughout Florida. Now, saying that in 2021 seemed kind of far-fetched, kind of seemed like, maybe. But now, looking at the writing on the wall, that looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. But the big question just becomes, if 20% of people are canceling now, imagine what happens when we walk into an affordability crisis. The people that are losing their homes or can't afford the insurance premiums, do you think they're going to leave from being a homeowner and opting to buy another home? Or do you think we're going to start seeing a lot more people wanting to rent, opting in for rent? I believe we're going to see a lot more people that are going to be requesting rentals than are going to be able to, put money as a down payment and be able to justify insurance and taxes and justify the cost of owning these properties. Now, what she says is she says that in Jacksonville, a real estate agent said that 25% of buyers who sign contracts for sale listings backed out after receiving insurance estimates. They are getting rates and they're astronomical, says a Redfin agent. It's not that they don't want to proceed, she says, but lenders are rejecting mortgages when insurance premiums tip buyers' monthly costs too high against their stated income. If they're already at their max budget, that extra per month is pushing them out of what the lender is comfortable approving. And those lender rejections are killing sales. More than 20% of pending home sales fell through in September. Places like Orlando, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, according to Redfin. It's not coincidental that the highest share of canceled deals are in the state, like Florida, with some of the highest insurance costs. So this agent says insurance coverage is top of mind whenever she lists a home. If the roof is over 15 years old, she suggests either the client replace it or get an official assessment of how many years she's got left. All of this guarantees that the house can qualify for insurance when it's sold. What do you think about this? You think we're walking into a situation that's going to be a lot harder to sell properties in Florida? We're walking into a situation where it might be an all-cash type of market? It's looking like that's the direction in which we're heading. But I'm curious what you think. 2020, we saw more than 1,000 people a day moving to Florida. I believe in the coming couple of years, we're going to see a lot of net migration. just due to all these changes that are incoming. Let's have a conversation about this below in the comment section. If you'd like to fix your credit to position yourself for what I believe is going to be a massive transfer of assets, if you have late payments, medical bills, charge-offs, foreclosures, bankruptcies, repossessions, or any negative item in your credit report, go to GreatCreditFast.com. Click the link in the description just below this video. Schedule a free strategy session. Catch you in the next video.